Hey guys, welcome back. In this training, I'm going to walk you through how to put in a partial listing into the MLS. So I'm going to get out of the PowerPoint. We're going to jump right in. So I'm going to try to go slow so you can just kind of follow along with me. So as you are putting in new listings, you can have this video up and you can just use it to push play and pause as you are actually putting in your own listing. So I'm just going to jump into Realcom. So step one is you want to you've got to get the property ID from the home that you're going to list. So you can either do that by going to the public record, or if the home has been listed before, you can go to the old listing, which I'll do now. And I want to grab right here the property ID. So I'm going to copy and paste that because that's what we're going to do to start this whole thing off. Okay, so when you are ready to put in a new listing, the first place you're going to start when you're logged into Realcomp under RCO3, you're going to go to the Input tab. And you are going to select Add New. You're going to select Residential Condo Listing Form. And right here under Property ID, you're going to copy and paste your property ID, and you're going to simply hit search. That's going to find the property that you're looking to list. Make sure that your owner name is the right owner, it's the right property, and you're going to hit fill. Now, what that just did is fill a lot of the information that you're going to need to list the home in for you automatically. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink. All right, so super critical right here. When you are on the Start tab, and this is marked active, you want to immediately put that to partial save. The worst thing you can do is list a property actively on the market before it's ready. Now, Realcomp does a really nice job of ensuring that that doesn't happen, but still, your first step is always making this on the Start tab into partial save. All right, so starting off, how this reads is you've got your pages at the top. When you are done with, you can come in and out of this as many times as you want as you are inputting new information into the property. So when you are done, you're going to hit this Submit Listing button, and I'll show you how that works. So starting with page number 1. So when you are actually going through the listing, you want to essentially, I'm going to walk you through everything that needs to be filled out. So under contact name, you're going to want to put yourself as the listing agent if you are the listing agent. So I'll just put myself here for now. Contact phone, I typically put my cell phone here, but this can be whatever number that you want it to be. So when those buyer leads come in, you want to make sure that you're capturing those. So I would suggest you put your cell phone number there so it's easy for people to get a hold of you. Now, if there was a co-listing agent, if there's somebody on your team or somebody that you're co-listing the property with, you would put their information here and here. Okay, now under price and ownership, this is a residential property. If it was a condo, you'd put condo. Transaction type is sale. Access to the home. So if typically we do a lockbox with an appointment through showing time, so we're going to put appointment and lockbox. What type of ownership is the home? This is a privately held home. It's not a bank owned, it's not a corporate relocation, and it's not a government owned property. So list price for now, I'm going to put $139,900. Is this a short sale? You would just mark yes or no. Is there a home warranty offered? We're going to say no. Possession here, unless you and the seller have really narrowed this down, I always like to put in negotiable in here because every deal is different and you just want to keep that open. So moving forward under the public record and address, most of the stuff populated based off of entering in the property ID in the beginning of the listing. So the part that didn't populate though is where is this north, south, east, or west from? So what I like to do is just keeping it simple. So I'm just going to say this is north of 11 mile, and it is east, actually west of Campbell. Okay. Now, directions, again, keeping this simple, you can just simply say, now obviously your street address is different than mine, but just say head south on Campbell. You're just giving simple directions here. Turn left on Sims. Okay, legal descriptions are already put in there from the public record. Tax amounts are already in there from public record. Big thing here are the taxes homestead. So is this a primary residence or is it not? Make sure that that is accurate. All this information should be populated. Now, this road frontage feet typically doesn't automatically populate, so all it's asking is for this number right here, which is the lot dimension, but it's on the frontage of the home. So this is 40. And then these are all just fill in the blanks. So it's a paved road. This is city water. There's no water facilities on the lake or anything. And you'll see up here amongst everything here if you have to put something or if you don't have to put something. So there's no body of water. There's no construction features that I want to call out, and there's no site description that I want to call out. It's not a corner lot. It's not on a farm. It's not on a golf course. Nothing, nothing different about that. And then the sewer is a city sewer. Or sewer at the street. Okay, perfect. So page 1 is done. Super simple. I'm going to keep moving forward to page number 2. So you're built, all this stuff populated in there for me. So again, I'm just filling in the blanks. So this is a ranch. Ranch, where you at? Ranch, here you go. It's a ranch. Ranches are 1 story. It is brick. You don't need anything for exterior features unless you want to call stuff out. So if you had a pool or you had a gazebo or something special about the home that you wanted to put in here, this is the place you would do it. It has a 2-car garage, and it is a detached. No porch, roof material, you don't need anything in there. So page 2, super simple. You're just plug and play. Page 3, same thing here, cooling. This home has central AC. It is forced air, natural gas. Interior features, I'm going to, again, if there's anything special you want to call out here, go ahead, but I'm going to leave that open for now. Water heater, it's natural gas, it's not propane. Fireplace, there is no fireplace. Appliances, so this is really important. You want to make sure that the appliances you pick here are the appliances that go with the sale of the home. So many times there are discrepancies right here where an agent says, listen, you marked the refrigerator on the MLS, why are you not including that? So make sure that these all match up with your bill of sale that the seller filled out with all the stuff that's included with the home sale. So I'm going to say dishwasher, disposal, dryer, microwave, refrigerator, stove, washing machine. So all the appliances are included with this home sale. And now I'm on to page 4. So far so good. Hopefully it's super simple, self-explanatory. Foundation material, this has a brick basement. Now estimated square feet, you're going to have to get this from a lot of the things that don't automatically populate. You can either get from an old listing, public record, or directly from the seller. So estimated square feet here is 850. It is not finished, so you do not have to put finished square feet in here. So we're going to say it's unfinished. If this was marked finished, it would require you to put how many square feet of the basement is actually finished. So this is a 3-bedroom, two full bath home. Now, room sizes can be a pain in the butt. So what we want to do is, again, you can either get this information from an old listing, public record, or you will have to get these measurements directly from the homeowner. Now, most of the time, there are previous listings that you can get this information from, but I'm just going to fill out a couple of these so you can see how this goes. So, total bedrooms 3, 2 full baths. There is no half baths. So in room type, I'm going to say master bath, room size 14 by 12. It is a ranch, so everything is on the entry level. So it's either basement, upper level, or main level. I'm going to hit more. Let's just add all my bedrooms. Bedroom 12 by 11. It's on the entry level. I'm gonna hit more, and you can see how easy this is. And this one's 11 by 10. Entry. And then you would add all the different rooms that the house had. Again, you can get that information from the previous listing if you need. So I'm going to go to page 5. All right, so is there an association? So this house, there is no association. If there was, you'd enter in the association information, how much the association dues are those paid annually, monthly, so on and so forth. And make sure that homes that you're listing with associations, whether that be a condo or a site condo, that you get the association information up front. You're going to need it anyway. Get it up front. Okay, terms and compensation. So list date. This date must match the date that you go live with the listing. So I have made the mistake a couple times where I put today's date in there, let's just say, but I don't list the home until a couple days from now. If I were to go active on the market with this date, it would look like the home was on the market for a week when it was the first day, doing our client a huge disservice, right? We want that days on market to be 0 the day that we hit the market. Okay, expiration date. So typically our listings are 6-month listings. So you can just go in here and put it for 6 months from now. Whoop. Let's go. November, December, what is that? September. March. We'll go March 20th. Okay, protection period is just, it's always 180 days. Sub-agency is always no. Buyer agency is always yes. Typically, we like to see a 3% commission offer to a buyer agent. Transaction coordination, we'll put no. And listing type, we only do exclusive right to sell. Level of service is full service, and you're going to check all of these services that you provide to the seller. Okay. Terms offered. So when you and the seller agreed to list the home, what types of financing options were you going to offer to potential buyers? So obviously cash is king, cash conventional, FHA, and maybe VA. So we're almost done. We are now to the remarks. So this is where you're going to use the seller homework, which includes the what you love about your home and the home upgrades sheet that you have filled out at the time of listing. You're going to use that information to write your public marketing remarks here. So this is where you're going to be hopefully a little creative and write a nice description about the property. And down here is where you are going to put only remarks that agents can see. So in here I always put submit offers to Brandon at brandonmulrenin.com, which is my email address, and then we always put in buyer agent to verify all information. This little saying or these letters will protect you as the agent. What this stands for is buyer agent to verify all information, meaning that you transfer some risk to the buyer's agent because you're telling the buyer agent, listen, these are all approximate. If you have any question, you need to go verify everything that I have in this listing. So if there's any virtual tour link, you put it here. And then the seller's signature for both the seller's disclosures and the listing contract, you mark that as yes. This will mark where your property is actually located. It should do that automatically through Google Maps. And at this point, once all of those things are done, you are now ready to put in your photos. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit listing. Whoop. So look what this did. This told me that there are some things that I missed. So up here at the top, it'll tell you where did I miss things? Why can I not submit this listing as a partial listing? And it'll tell me. So it's on page 1. Oh, list agent ID. Whoops, wrong thing here. Because I'm under Jen's account, and let's see. So I'm going to submit that listing again. So this is messed up. Just let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Bear with me here. I'm in Jason's account. So typically you would put and that's going to give me this error. So you would hit submit listing, and well, I got to get this really quick. Bear with me while I get this, you guys, because I want to make sure that as you see this video, you can see it done the right way. So you got to bear with me for just a second while I grab Jason's ID here. Next step in the process, once we get there, we are going to show you how to put photos into the system. So, search. Okay. All right. So let's put the right listing agent ID in here. There we go. Now that should work. Okay. Now it worked. So I always check when you hit submit listing. I always check on. I always hit this MLS number because I want to make sure that I didn't mark it as active. So here you see our partial saved listing. Now you can start to see the listing as it's going to appear on the MLS. You start to really get a good idea of what this is going to actually look like. So now that we have our partial listing done, and you're now ready for photos. So we're going to go back into input, and here's your partial listing. Now, instead of going into the listing form, you're going to go into manage photos. So you're going to hit browse here. And I'm going to go to see if I can get some property photos here for you. Should have some videos. Let's see, hold on. Property photos, okay. I'm gonna grab these photos. Okay, so once you have your photos, either if you actually took the photos or you got them taken by a photographer, you'll work out your own system in your own computer. But so you want to select all the photos that you're going to use, and you can upload those all at one time. Now I'm going to show you how to rearrange the pictures in the MLS, because for the longest time I couldn't figure this out when I first started. So it's super easy. Now, well, let me let those photos kind of do its thing. They're all downloading now. You can see the progress bar here. So let's just give it just a second. So as this downloads, this primary slot must be a picture of the front of the home. So that is an MLS guideline, that is an MLS rule. So how you change photos around is when you put your cursor over the actual photo, you can drag, let's try that again. You can drag and drop these. Oh, it's still downloading, so my computer is kind of freezing on me. But you can drag and drop these anywhere you want. Oh, it's not letting me right now because this is still downloading. So let me just let that finish. I shouldn't have put so many photos in here just for an example, but that's all right. It is almost done, and it is done. Okay, so now I can grab my photo. I'm going to bring it up here to the primary slot, and if you put the picture just to the left of the picture that's in there, and you let go, it'll drop right in that main slot for you. Now, just as a best practice, when it comes to photos, there are a lot of agents that just upload their photos like this and they hit save. No, that is not the right way to do it. You want to put all of your photos in sequential order as you were to actually see the home. So you want to start off with the exterior of the home, followed by a shot of what it looks like when you walk in the front door, like you were actually walking somebody through the home if you were to go to the home. So that's how you should organize your photos. Once your photos are the way that you like them, you can then hit save, and it's going to bring up your, let's see, it's just going to take just a second because there's a lot of photos here. Come on. taking a while. So 59 is the max number of photos you can put in there. I put in 40. I should have just put in a couple because this is kind of, my computer's taking a minute here. Come on. Let me just go back into input. I'm going to cancel this just because I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So now that my photos are in there, I'm going to go back in there and view my partial listing. Let's see if the photos, whoops, I went to the wrong place. Okay, so it takes a minute for the photos to actually update, as you can see. But if I were to click on this, you'd actually see pictures of the home. So I didn't put these in order. I just you know how to do that now based on the way I just showed you. Now, once you get to this point, this is now where you are going to email your client the partial listing to review before you go active on the market. So very simply, you're going to click this box in the upper left-hand corner, and now you can email, let's go to actions, export, let's see, whoops, where's my email at? Oh, let me go to a different view here. I don't know what happened here. So if I click on my partial listing, I hit submit listing, click on my MLS ID. Okay, now I should be able to, I don't know why this is not letting me email out of here. I wonder if it's because I'm in Jen's account doing this training right now. But down here, once you click on the MLS box, you will see something down here that says email. You're simply just going to hit email, and you're going to email this listing to your client to review. So your client has a chance to look at the listing. It'll give you a chance to make sure you didn't miss anything. And as soon as your client gives you the thumbs up, we are now ready to go active on the market. So it's super simple process, but I just wanted to give you a high-level overview of how to put in a partial listing into RealComp, into the MLS.